There's more to social media than funny filters and trendy dances. It's an amazing way to market your business, whether you're a real estate agent or a fitness instructor or a high-ticket sales coach. There's the ways that you can do it right and scale your business, and there's ways that you can do it wrong and be wasting your time posting memes and fun facts and trends that don't contribute to your bottom line. Meanwhile, your competitors are succeeding because of these simple strategies. So let's talk how to use social media for marketing. Let's cut to the chase in today's video and talk about how to determine what social media platforms to use and which ones you can feel free to ignore. And by the way, there's one platform you should definitely be present on regardless of your industry, and I'll tell you all about that later in the video. And don't think that social media is just for the low-hanging fruit. By the end of this video, you'll know how to treat social media in order to drive not just sales, but high-ticket sales on autopilot for life. Firstly, just so we don't have to waste any time, let's talk about how to determine what social media platforms to use and which ones to ignore. First of all, you need to find out where your audience lives. I'm not talking about their houses, I'm talking about where they spend their time. You need to know your customer avatar in order to know how to serve them. What kinds of messaging do they use? What's the language that they're speaking in terms of what they want, what they desire? What solutions do they need? If you know who your product is for and who it's not for, we can spend the time actually targeting them specifically. One of the things that I used to hate, I would be the first person to roll my eyes at it, was if someone said, you need to do a customer avatar exercise. You know, answering those questions like, what's their morning routine look like? What are their daily annoyances? But honestly, this is the thing that changed my business the most, was when I knew them so down to the detail. Because when you're comparing two businesses, the business that knows their customer the deepest, the closest, is the one that's going to win. The more that you can pinpoint your audience with your services and the platforms you use to target them, the more success you're going to have. Think about any purchase that you've ever made and why did you make that purchase decision, especially something that required a higher financial investment. If you're making a high ticket investment, that's not something that you can just do on a whim. It's typically something that you put some time and thought and effort and research into. And when you do make the decision on who you're going to invest in, that's typically because you've had an emotional investment in that first. Even for purchasing a vehicle, that's a high ticket investment. You've taken it for a test drive. You've maybe looked around at different dealerships. Same thing with the course or a coaching program or a service. You want to trust that the investment that you're making is going to give you the result you want or an ROI. So think about this from the lens of your audience. What's going to help them to know, like, and trust you? And where can you speak to them to meet them where they're at? So maybe if you're a photography business, maybe you should be on Instagram. If you have a business related to design, maybe you should be on Pinterest. If you are business to business, you should probably be on LinkedIn. The more you know the customer, the more you can meet them where they're at and speak the same language that they're using in terms of their desires. I want to know from you, which social media platform you don't even bother with? Which one are you just never going to use, no matter how trendy or popular it gets? I personally don't know what Twitch is, haven't spent much time on it. I think it's for video games. That's not my jam. So I'm probably never gonna use Twitch. I wanna read your answers in the comments below. Tell me your favorite and your not favorite. So now that we've gotten out of the way the platforms that you should be on and shouldn't be on, let's talk about the platform that you should definitely be on regardless of your industry. The answer is YouTube, and here's why. YouTube is a search engine, not a social media platform, which means that videos can remain evergreen years after their original publishing date. So you can use YouTube to introduce new viewers to your content. They're searching for something in Google or YouTube and finding your video, which is an added bonus because this means that they're already problem aware. You're not trying to distract them when they're scrolling through Facebook. We know that if they've landed on this video, they really want to know the solution and they want to know the answer to that problem. So this is an added benefit when they see your content that you can then potentially ascend them into becoming a paid customer. One of the ways that we do that is in your videos, you give lots of value, you help them to know, like, and trust you, and then you can link a lead magnet or a freebie in the YouTube video description. Make sure that you always verbally mention your video. Say something like, hey, click the link below for my thing, blah, blah, blah. That's gonna help you to blah, blah, blah. This is what's going to help ascend viewers into your value ladder. Now I wanna compare this for a second to what you might do on Facebook or Instagram. Let's say you do an Instagram story or Facebook Live. How long does that last? Maybe minutes, hours, maybe a day, maybe two, unless you put some ad spend into it so it keeps showing up on the top of people's timelines. But that means that you're renting attention instead of owning it. When you utilize YouTube as the search engine it is, you can be ranking for the terms that people are searching for. For example, I have videos that I made in 2016 that are still ranking at the top of the search engine. So if someone were to type in how to use Canva, my video that I made once, never put any ad spend towards it, is still showing up at the top of search. People find that video all day, every day. I have a link to another freebie in the description. They come into my email list and are nurtured into potentially becoming a paid client. This is completely organic and sustainable that, if you didn't have money to put into ads, or if your ad account got shut down, or whatever else, these videos can consistently be generating leads for you and helping you to grow your business for years to come. By the way, guys, before we move on, have you subscribed to this channel yet? If you want to bring your business closer to infinite cash flow with evergreen content and incredible offers, go ahead, hit that red subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new training. Regardless of what social media platform you're using, I want to make sure that you're treating social media in order to not just drive sales, but high ticket sales. Treat social media and YouTube as components of your content machine that function on autopilot and effortlessly ascend your audience from hello to high ticket. I have clients that find my YouTube channel just because they're Googling or searching for some training or results for a problem that they might be having. And then I typically say, hey, click the link below for this free thing. Often I send people to a challenge. I have this great 21-day challenge that helps people implement a video marketing system that can help them make thousands of dollars. So what happens is people will come into this challenge, and by the end of the 21 days, I've helped them to grow their business. I've helped them to make thousands of dollars, and they see that if Marley could help me to get this result, how much more could I make if I invest more money to get an even bigger result? So we have clients that come into our YouTube channel and then into our challenge and very quickly ascend into a high ticket offer almost immediately. So I want you to consider this for yourself. How can you create a content machine, your evergreen lead generation strategy, which includes your YouTube videos and everything you publish online, your videos, your social media posts? They're more than just content. They're playing a role in lead generation, lead nurture, and lead conversion, even on the days you aren't working. And now the second half of that is to have your content machine lead into your cash flow systems. I'll tell you that unfortunately there's some people that are good at either one or the other. There's YouTubers that have really big audiences of thousands or hundreds of thousands that you'd think they must have it made, but they're good at the content machine but don't know how to monetize it. There's actually a statistic from Fast Company showing that 96% of YouTubers don't even make enough to cross the poverty line. They might be good at creating content, but they don't know how to monetize it. So we as marketers know how to leverage content creation to market our businesses. That's where we have the content machine that's generating leads and leads into the cash flow systems that help to monetize those clients and provide them a transformation. So for example, people could come through to your YouTube video, you could have a lead magnet, maybe a challenge, and by the end of that challenge, ascends them into a high ticket offer. I'd actually love to share all of this with you and give you the full breakdown of this strategy. So if you'd like to take your content to the next level with a 1 day a month strategy that drives leads for life, I'd love for you to click the link below and reserve your spot in my next free training. These are the exact strategies that my 6, 7, even 8-figure clients, yes, clients making $10 million a year using this strategy, that they use to maximize their cash flow through online content, and you could be next.